Hi, this is Pantheon of M. I'm Evie,
I'm Ray.
and we are going to talk about Thor today.
That's right. The original of the trilogy of Thor's, right?
Yes.
2009.
Yes.
Starring, I almost said Ben Affleck. Starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, and Peter Skarsgård.
Yes.
And
Kat Dennings.
that's exactly it. Kat Dennings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Thor, in the legend, in the movie, Thor is a son of the Norse god Odin, and Thor was a really, kind of party guy. I'll try and do whatever I want, and he was gonna be king or crowned king until Loki, his half brother,
Yeah.
or
Step
adopted brother.
Yeah. At this time, they don't. I don't know. They know the truth. No, they didn't know the truth at the time. But
Okay.
yeah. So you could say adopted brother.
The adopted brother. Everything Loki has done throughout his life, and how him and Thor react to each other, because there's a bit of jealousy with Loki regarding Thor, of course. They just don't get along, and that is what this whole movie is about, and their relationships with the people in their lives. But get rid of Thor. Something happened, and enemy he wanted to help him with opened the, I guess, what do you call it?
Oh, the Bifrost.
Bifrost.
That's the bridge. Is that what
Yeah,
you right?
the bridge. Allowing Loki to actually come down and engage warriors of Asgard, and in the end, Odin got mad at Thor and sent him down to Earth to get him to realize that actions have consequences.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, and then and that's how we meet the scientist, which is again Jane Foster,
Yeah. Peter Skarsgård.
Peter Skarsgård, and Kat Dennings.
Yeah.
Darcy, and Dr. Svellick.
Yeah.
And and Thor lands in New Mexico.
Yeah,
and
he does. Okay.
So the town they rely in, he lands in, it's called Old Bridge in Latin, which is ironic because of the fact that they used the Bifrost to land in that area, and it's and because they know, for Svellick and the people who are in the area, or Svellick in particular, understand the idea of Norse mythology and Thor's arrival and Asgardian history and lore and the Vikings and all that stuff. So that having that history knowledge of Asgardian artifacts and the people, it plays some coincidence or ironic or serendipitous chance that he lands in Old Bridge, New Mexico. Sorry. So I found that interesting, and that's a little side note that if you listen to the director's commentary, Kenneth Branagh, the director of this, made a note of that too. Overall, I think it was a pretty good movie. I thought Portman was amazing in this one. They really bring up the level of it feeling like a Shakespearean actor, developing the characters and the loss, and the brother, father's betrayal, the son's betrayal, the king, the falling of the kingdom, and really bringing out the motivations of the mother, Frigga, and all the other characters in it. And it's interesting too that I did not realize this, but the characters' names in Norse mythology are the days in the week. Frigga is Friday, Thor is Thursday. Those are things that are in there that I didn't even notice that until rewatching this film again.
Right.
That's actually part of the Norse lore. Lore, it comes from someplace. So that was very fascinating to me on an academic level, and seeing some of that.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So then So then Thor um, fights his foes on Earth, and he learns less what he does. Like it affects other people and himself. So, yeah, it was a good movie.
I'd recommend Thor because it's a serious piece, and for me, it was one of the better movies in my personal opinion. Like I liked it. I saw the dramatic beats because this took itself seriously, and it worked. You know, and people kind of trashed Thor quite a bit. I mean, Thor: Dark World. We'll get into that when we get to that. But I really enjoyed this. I thought Brando did an amazing, like really bringing out like the characters. Everyone brought their A game to this. Anthony Hopkins as Odin was amazing.
Yeah,
and seeing the fight with the Frost Giants.
Yeah.
And then the betrayal and the lies and deceit of Loki's origin and how it relates and stuff like that. So I thought that was just a really, really well crafted story. And I know they built a town from scratch, which is really cool too. But you kind of do feel it's like kind of a small, out of place town, but it's nice. And you look at it carefully. There's some Easter eggs, not Easter eggs, but certain things they did. Like Vikings were the name of the mascot team. It's on a water tower. So things that you don't see, like I saw when I rewatched it, I saw little things that it kind of added to the story. And so I'd recommend this to anyone to watch this, because if you look carefully at it, you'll see things he put in there that were like, you saw the tree, the tree of the realms tree that you saw in Captain America, the first one, the opening. It's in Warriors 3. There's a tree in the background where we're sitting down casually in the beginning. There are certain things in it that I never even saw until I rewatched this. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I see that. And I'm like, oh yeah. And this is not even me watching or reading anything about it or looking at featurettes. It's just me seeing, picking up on stuff second time around.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen it since the original.
Okay. Comes to Earth to the time he meets Coulson. I think they drag that on personally, but other than that, it was I'd say an 8, and it also teaches a lesson. Be humble, or else somebody will humble you.
No one, I don't know anyone who spoke about it. No one ever speaks highly of number 1, and I came out of number 1 like very much enjoying 1. I thought it was an amazing film. I know. I don't know if you were looking for a superhero film or just a dramatic film. I just thought it's a good superhero film. He took itself. This is the Thor that I wanted to see, not something like I didn't want a 1979 Captain America.
No.
Like this is not. And I'm like, thank you, Kenneth Branagh, for not giving me like 1990 or 79 Captain America.
Yeah.
I would have just like lost it. But but this was everything I wanted from Thor. Like you taking itself seriously. You had stakes in it. You had you have the comedy, but it was much more than what it is.
Right. Okay. Anything else to say?
I'm good.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Evie.
I'm Ray. And hit subscribe at the bottom of the screen. The more we get, the more we could do more shows. We really appreciate it. And we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Bye for now.
Take care.